All right, let's break down one of the most powerful AIs on the planet, ChatGPT. We're not just going to scratch the surface here. We are going to dive deep and show you exactly how it comes up with those, kind of mind-blowing answers one single step at a time.
So I'm guessing you've probably used it or at least seen the incredible things it can do. It really does feel like magic, doesn't it? But how does it actually come up with those creative, super detailed, and surprisingly human-like responses? Well, that is the big question we're going to answer right now.
Okay, let's get right into the core of it. The single most important thing you need to understand about ChatGPT is this. At its heart, it's just playing an incredibly sophisticated prediction game.
And this, right here, is a total game changer in how you should think about it. We all tend to personify it, to imagine it's thinking, but it's way more accurate to call it a prediction engine. Its entire job, its whole purpose, is to look at a string of words and make the most statistically probable guess for what word should come next.
Let's actually watch this in action. Imagine we type in the beginning of a sentence, something like, "Quantum mechanics is." The AI's job now is to figure out the most likely word to follow, based on literally all the text it's ever seen.
So, based on its massive training data, a super probable next phrase is a branch of physics. Great, it adds that. But it's not done. Now the sentence is longer, which gives it more context to predict the next word.
And it just keeps doing this over and over again, adding one probable word after another, building out a sentence that sounds right, that's grammatically correct, and that makes sense in context. Every new word is just the most likely next piece in this giant statistical puzzle. This really just nails the whole concept. As the scientist Stephen Wolfram puts it, it's just adding one word at a time. It sounds so simple, right? But when you can do it with incredible speed and a deep, deep understanding of language patterns, the results are, well, they're extraordinary.
Okay, so if it's all about predicting the next word, that brings up a pretty big question. How in the world did it get so good at it? The answer is all in the training. It's how this incredible brain actually gets built.
The secret ingredient here is just scale. Mind-boggling scale. The model behind ChatGPT was trained on a ridiculously huge library of text from the internet. We're talking a massive chunk of Wikipedia, countless books, articles, websites, everything. By crunching all of this data, it's not just memorizing facts, it's learning the incredibly complex, subtle web of relationships between words.
Now, when we say learning, what we're really talking about is tuning its parameters. You can think of a parameter as a tiny little knob that influences the AI's decisions. GPT-4 has an estimated 1.8 times trillion of these knobs. To put that into perspective, the human brain has around 100 billion neurons. So yeah, we're dealing with some serious complexity here.
The engine that makes all this possible is a type of neural network called a transformer. Now, its real superpower is something called the attention mechanism. This lets the model figure out which words in your prompt are the most important, helping it understand the full context so it can make a much better prediction for what comes next.
But here's the thing. Raw prediction power is not enough. You can't just unleash something trained on the Wild West of the internet and expect it to be helpful. It could give you biased, unhelpful, or even dangerous answers. And that's exactly why human teachers are such a crucial part of the whole process.
This right here is the secret sauce that makes ChatGPT actually useful to us. It's a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF for short. It's a whole extra training phase designed to align the AI with what we humans actually want. It teaches the model not just what a probable answer is, but what a good answer is.
So, how does this whole RLHF thing actually work? Well, you can think of it like a three-step dance. Step 1. The AI spits out a few different answers to the same question. Step 2. Real human trainers look at these answers and rank them from best to worst. And finally, Step 3. That ranking is used to train a separate reward model, which then teaches the main AI to generate the kind of answers the humans like the most. It's this constant feedback loop that refines its behavior.
So we've got a prediction engine that's been trained on the internet and then refined by human teachers. But what does all of this actually mean for you and me when we're using it? Understanding how it works is really the key to unlocking its incredible power and also seeing its very real limits.
And wow, is this technology moving fast? I mean, just look at the jump from GPT-3 to GPT-4. The model size absolutely exploded. It became multimodal, which is a fancy way of saying it can understand images now, not just text, and its context window, basically how much of a conversation it can remember, got way, way bigger. All of that means its reasoning abilities took a massive leap forward.
Okay, here's maybe the best analogy to understand its limitations. Think of a calculator as a math person. It's perfectly precise, totally logical, amazing with numbers, but not very creative. ChatGPT, on the other hand, because it's fundamentally a language prediction model, is much more like a creative. It's fantastic at brainstorming, coming up with ideas, and playing with words, but it can really struggle with complex math because it's just predicting what the next number should look like, not actually calculating it.
So there you have it, a master word predictor, trained on the vastness of the internet and then carefully polished by human teachers. Hey, if you learned something new in this explainer, do me a favor and hit that like button. And of course, make sure you're subscribed for more deep dives just like this one. But before you click away, I've got to ask you something. What's the most surprising, the most helpful, or maybe just the absolute weirdest answer ChatGPT has ever given you? Drop it in the comments below. I really want to read them. Thanks for watching.